Holy crap. The crypto market is falling pretty quickly right now. XRP down 15%. Let me actually pull this up for you so that you can see it. Boom. Falling all the way down to $2 in what, a minute? 2 minutes? Now we're recovering. I want to go through what's happening here with XRP, what's happening with Bitcoin, Solana. If you don't mind, hit subscribe. Turn on the bell notification underneath the video so you can see future videos just like this. I'm going to be here throughout the entire bull market, throughout the entire bear market, to give you the news that you need to know. If you want to see future videos, like I said, hit subscribe. If you want to trade crypto, hit the link underneath the video to BTCC. You can start trading in just a few minutes. They don't KYC, and you can get massive deposit bonuses up to $10,000. You get a 10% deposit bonus, and you get lower trading fees with that link. Now, as we can see, XRP just falling off the edge of a cliff, going down to $2. Same thing with other cryptocurrencies. Bitcoin also falling down significantly. It went down to about 94,000. Let's pull it up here. A little bit of a delay. There, $94,000, then bouncing back up to 96. You can see we were, tapping on the support that we had seen before. Let me zoom out here. You can see bouncing off the support several times. We had kind of bounced up a little bit against it and then fell right through it, going all the way down to 94,000. Same thing happened with a bunch of other cryptos. I mean, Ethereum down 8%, Solana down 8%, Ordi down 22%, Peanut down 22%, and yeah, a lot of liquidations happening. Let's actually go over to the liquidations here. Crypto liquidations have come in the last 1 hour at almost $1 billion, $831 million in an hour. I'm not sure I've seen liquidations this high in a 1 hour time frame in a very long time. Over the last 24 hours, 1.33 billion. Now, this is the exciting thing about crypto. There's so much volatility, you can make a ton of money. Like, for example, you can have trades set up, limit orders. So that way, if Solana goes down to 200, you snag it at 200, 202, something like that, and then ride it up to 216 before you even notice that anything's happened. This is an obvious liquidation cascade, a liquidation ladder that causes prices to go down very quickly. But as you can see, XRP went down to a very key psychological level too, right around $2. Solana, $2. Bitcoin, or Solana, $200. Bitcoin going down to 94, which is not as low as it got the other day when it went down to like 90. The fact is, like, there are just way more buyers for Bitcoin than altcoins that are ready to buy. Like, they have billions set aside to buy Bitcoin. Don't be worried about things like this. Now, of course, if you're long, if you have long positions, you have to be careful. If you place new longs, like I actually placed a long today, it got liquidated. I placed one long today. Now, all these longs from previous buys are still fine. Like I've had some of these longs for a very long time. You can see Bitcoin like in the 50,000s, XRP under $1.50, Render at $6, Solana back at 116. The fact is that these will last a very long time. I won't get liquidated on these from liquidation cascades, but newer longs will get liquidated. Now, the cool thing is when we see these kinds of drops, you can actually have limit orders set up. So if you have a long that you placed today, you can have it set up to buy another one if you get liquidated. So let's say you get liquidated at 94,000 on Bitcoin. Well, you can have another long set up for 94,100. So if you go past your liquidation point, you get the new buy-in price. Just make sure that you buy in slightly above where you get liquidated, because sometimes those liquidation points move slightly up with funding fees and stuff like that. But there's fear on crypto Twitter. I saw it. People panicking, saying that they're selling all their coins. This is a joke. This is a scam. They bought in at 100 and now they're getting out. The fact is, this is good for the markets. This flushes them. This reduces leverage. And then what happens after we go down to the bottom side? Typically, we move up and liquidate the shorts. So a lot of longs getting liquidated, then shorts get liquidated. Then we kind of we meet in the middle, right? Now, this is also good for the risk of the market right now. Bitcoin risk is down at 0.61, When we flew all the way up to 89,000, we were at 0.635. So when we go sideways for a while, even if we chop down and chop up, chop down, chop up, and end up higher, we're at 96 now. We were at 88. The fact is, with all that chop, with all the liquidations and stuff, risk does come down along with time. That really helps. This is Into the Cryptoverse. There's a link to this underneath the video, but this is good for the markets. It's healthy for the markets. And actually, I just made a video on 5 small cryptos to make millions. And I say, hey, there's going to be tons of volatility, and you may have your cryptos fall down significantly. But I think these are some good cryptos, and a couple of these are down significantly on this drop. I mean, everything's down significantly on this drop, but like this was perfect timing, because if you got in on some of these, they're already pushing up like 10, 20, 30% from just a few minutes ago. But at the same time, we have all this bearishness, all this bad price action. The fact is, Bitcoin's never been in a better place fundamentally. The moving averages are higher than ever, and the fact is, we get good news coming out every single day. Apparently, Russia is talking about strategic Bitcoin reserve. They're also putting a lot of assets towards Bitcoin mining because they want to be a global leader. We have less Bitcoin on exchanges than ever before. We have wealth platforms approving of the Bitcoin and Ethereum ETFs for the first time. We have companies like Genius Group buying tons of Bitcoin. We have Microsoft and Amazon, companies with real cash flows, significant cash flows, the best cash flows in the world, the most on their balance sheet in the world, considering buying Bitcoin. We have Michael Saylor continuously buying Bitcoin. We have El Salvador having a gun to their head, basically, to stop forcing people to accept Bitcoin as payment, to get this deal from the IMF. That shows the IMF is scared that Bitcoin is a threat to the entities that be, but a lot of the biggest entities in the world that control the markets are turning more pro-Bitcoin because they have to. Putin recently said, just last week, you can't stop Bitcoin. So everyone is having to get on board. China is easing monetary policy to moderately loose for the first time since 2010. This is shaking the world today. And we continuously see other companies turning to Bitcoin standards, countries embracing. There's a bunch of big news over the next couple weeks. Countries are green lighting the strategic Bitcoin reserve. So yes, Bitcoin fell down, but do not be worried because it is coming back. Look at this. $98,000. It fell down to 94 and then went up to 98, all within 5 minutes. I mean, actually, I don't know if I can go down on this time frame. Let's go down to the 1 minute here. You can see just so much volatility. Okay, over 4 minutes, a $4,000 move. So be ready for anything. There's going to be a lot of things that shake up the market. Make sure that you do not miss out. Again, if you do want to trade, if you want to go lower leverage, or if you want to get more aggressive, if you want to put some buy orders in to be able to snag these kinds of dips, check out the link underneath the video to BTCC or to Blofin or to CoinW. Thank you so much. I'll see you all in the next one.